We are a weekly podcast, Soul of a Gamer.
Hey, I'm smart this time.
Let's not go that far, okay?
I won't fuck it up again.
I love pressing that button. That was my favorite button to press.
It's definitely.
This game gets really fucking weird.
Yeah, so you do acid and then you go into the hamster shit.
And this week is...
Night Trap.
Night Trap!
They're right behind you. Night Trap. 10-year-old birthday party. Next scene, kill the kid.
You got to kill the kid. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, car is coming. Throw your body into the car and die. All I could do every time I was playing Ethan was just would start walking around and go, Jason!
Oh, God.
It's just... Here's
Yeah.
my list. I got my list.
Ready. Okay, he's ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
What is the SpongeBob one?
Are you ready, kids?
No.
Hey,
Doesn't he
Captain!
walk down the street going, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready? Doesn't he?
No idea.
I think
I've
there's an
never really
episode
watched
where-
the show. I've only
Dude,
watched
you
2
were
episodes
missing out.
ever.
It's
Dude, I
so
know.
good. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
very good.
Everyone, I was never allowed to
Bring
watch it, and then
around
I just never got
town.
around to it.
It was fun back in the day. Now I think it's probably stupid, but it was fun when I was a kid.
I don't know. Like I've seen all the clips. There's tons of funny clips. There's tons of funny songs and stuff. Like I get that there's a lot of appeal for it. I also am like, I have a lot of other things I want to get to before I'd even go back to that ever.
All right, before we continue on this page, we are Soul of a Game Podcast. Welcome
We
back,
are.
everybody. I'm Scott.
And I'm Steven.
And we tell you about games and we do hot takes. And today we are doing some hot takes.
Yes, we are.
Energy.
Yeah. I feel it.
All right,
Man, I want to
we
go
hope you-
war.
we hope you enjoyed our last week's episode, Lost in Random. That was a lot of fun for us to play. And we
Yes.
really do enjoy that game. We just wish it was more, I guess you could say complex, but not complex in a way. We just want more cards.
We want more
More variety.
variability. More variety, yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed that. Today we are doing hot takes. We are doing upcoming games, what we are most excited about or
Yes.
least excited about, if you want to go in that
Yes.
direction,
We could.
and how we feel about cutscene.
Yes. Before we get into any of those, though, I wanted to bring up a TikTok I saw earlier today that I thought you would greatly appreciate.
What do you think that I would ever appreciate a Guys, I do not watch TikTok. I'm just like,
I know, this is why I had to tell you here.
I know, like, I do like 5 things, and TikTok is not one of them, unfortunately.
Yes, it's very unfortunate. So I have to do all of our TikTok handling. So if you're talking on TikTok, you're talking to me. But one of my favorite comedians, his name is Ron Funches. He came out wearing a tuxedo with the Nintendo logo up on the top of the screen.
What a
Claimed
piece
to be
of
the
shit.
new CEO of the American Office. And then he's like, all right, I'm here to talk about game pricing in today's games. Yes, our standard games are still going to cost around $60, but our really good games like Mario Kart World are going to cost $80. Why? Because fuck you. That's why.
It's so true.
And he's
It's
like,
so
oh,
true.
and if you're worried about that, you ain't heard nothing until the new Pokemon game comes out. That's going to cost you $2,000 a month, and you're going to have to suck my dick.
I actually just watched a thing. So eventually in the future, we're going to be doing Pokemon Red for or Pokemon Red Blue or Red Green or whatever it is for our podcast. And I was watching a video on how it was made, and I'm actually surprised. Did you know Game Freak is not owned by Nintendo?
I thought they were separate. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually.
they're completely separate. They're a third or second party verifier, because a third party would be able to push to anyone, but the second party, they usually only push to a select few.
Oh,
So
okay.
so Game Freak only pushes to Nintendo, which is super fucking interesting. Like,
Very okay.
yeah, and apparently Nintendo has like a small stake in Game Freak, but like so small it's not. It's like a minority share. But the two of them together own the Pokemon company, which that
Nice.
releases all of the merchandise, and they
Yeah.
even show like how much money they've made. And most of their money, like 80% of their revenue, Game Freak,
Nice.
comes from fucking merch. I'm so surprised.
I don't know what you're talking about with Pokemon merch. Also,
it's just-
all
and it's
my
not just-
Pokemon Funkos.
Well, it's not just that. It's like Pokemon cards count as the merch too. Like
Yeah.
it's super interesting. The business model is crazy with this fucking shit.
Dude, the amount of Eevee stuff we end up getting because how much me and my wife love Eevee is
Yeah.
kind of funny.
Everyone loves EVs. That's not unique to you. Shut up.
It's not unique to us, but we showcase that love extra.
Everyone has their own favorite evolution, and everyone hates Sylveon. So there you go.
Fuck you. Sylveon's one of my favorites, bitch.
It's one of the stupidest one, and it's the latest one to come out.
Sylveon and Vaporeon are my favorites by far.
You
And-
literally chose the two worst ones. Way to go.
No,
Hot
dude,
take.
fairy types.
Hot
fairy
take.
types-
Sylveon sucks, guys.
Fairy
Vaporeon's
types
not
rule
much better.
because a lot of the people I used to battle against, especially our good friend Bryant back in the day, he
Mhm.
used to play dragons all the time. So
Yeah,
fairy
because
type
he's-
was fucking baller against him.
Okay, well, guess what? Fairy types rule so much they took their fucking energy out of the card game. So way to go, fairy types. I guess you're so good.
You know what? I didn't care about the card game to begin with, so
It's just no one cares about fucking fairies.
I like fairy types. I like them.
Of course you do. Well, what was that X and Y? I think where that came out, or was that one?
Yeah, I
before?
love X
can't
and Y.
remember.
I think it might have been before X and Y, but X and Y had
I think it was
some really.
It was X and Y because I remember. Yeah, it's X and Y. I believe it's. I'm almost
Oh,
100% sure it's X and Y.
Okay,
I'd have
nice.
to double check, but I'm almost 100% sure.
Let us know if we're wrong.
Hot take: Sylveon sucks. Vaporeon sucks. Go Jolteon.
I mean, I don't think you could really go wrong with any of them, to be completely
Go wrong with
honest.
Sylveon and Vaporeon.
Fuck you.
All right, well,
Any
moving
other
past-
Vaporeon Sylveon lovers out there? Here,
Just
holler it out.
moving past that mini hot take, let's get into our
Yes.
regular ones. How about that?
All right. What do you want to get it into first? Do you want to get into
I like to
cutscenes or
talk
upcoming
about
games?
upcoming games, actually. This is
Alright.
exciting. There's a lot of fucking cool games coming out this year. I really
There
had to go through a
is.
list of and there's a lot more than I thought there was. We hear these stories about game companies closing down and game companies getting shut down by the bigger developers and everything. And it's amazing that there's still so many games coming out, man. It's incredible, actually.
There's more games coming out now than ever before, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
And every time we hear any big news, we're like, "Oh my gosh, 9,000 people got laid off," and it's like, yeah, but also 14,000 jobs got created somewhere, probably.
Yeah, it probably, but I mean, they're
I
not
know
wrong.
It's probably not that bad, and I know big layoffs are always atrocious, and I feel
Yeah.
awful to anybody who ever is affected by any of that. I'm not downgrading that at all. I'm just saying,
Well, it's not
there's
that.
so
It's
much
just the
video
game
stuff
industry is
going around.
hostile, man.
Dude,
It's
it's
fucking
insane.
hostile. It sucks. It's
I
stupid.
think video game and movies right now are in some of the most hostile they've ever been as far as
Yeah.
production and everything.
Well, and it doesn't
goes,
even
and
matter if
studio
they make
interference
money.
And yeah,
That's the
no, it
big thing.
doesn't.
It doesn't seem like anyone cares if they make money. They could make twice as much as they spent, and that's still a failure to them.
Well, and sometimes their big failures can be huge tax write-offs. So
Yeah.
their big failures aren't even that bad for them, apparently. I'm
But-
wait, what? How does that work?
But still, they'll shut
I
down
don't
the company.
understand how
It's-
big
it's
money
crazy.
works. I
No,
never
I
will.
don't.
I don't want to. I don't care. I
Right.
never want to be that big. I want to be big
Right.
enough that I can support myself and not have to worry about it, but I don't care to have a mansion.
Yeah, 150K a year is probably
Oh,
where I
yeah,
want to be. That's
seriously.
about where I care
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah,
I
honestly.
hate rich people. I think you're just being selfish. I think if I was making millions a year, 90% of my money would go to donations. Because why the fuck would
Oh,
you? Why do
100%.
you need all that fucking money?
Honestly, I would love to just go to every time I go travel, I would make that place better every time I traveled there.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
would love
it
to
would-
just hspread the wealth as much as I could in the
It's hard,
coolest
man.
ways.
and
I know
the
it's
most
extremely hard, but it's
and
in
it's
a lot
the
of
most
work.
deviated opinion you could have because most people are like, well, what about your future family? Well, fuck my future family. They can get their own goddamn jobs.
What
Like, why
future
is that-
family?
Well,
Kidless.
Yeah, so, but let's say I had a grandkid. Why the fuck am I taking care of my grandkid? Let the fucking parents do that. Why is
If-
it my job?
Hot take here. If I take care of my kid's gonna be able to take care of himself.
Exactly. There you go. And if they don't, then they're a fuck up, and they don't deserve to. So there you go.
I can't control his life once he's 18. I'm in
Nope.
control of
I
taking
like how you
care
keep
of him
saying
up to a
he.
point.
You're like, no, I'm not having
Oh,
a girl.
sorry,
It's gotta
I'm
be a
sorry.
boy.
No. Honestly,
Fuck women.
I've always envisioned one of each. And
Yeah.
actually, my wife and I had picked out names a long time ago before we said we weren't going to have kids. But
I picked out names too, and it was all for dogs because I never wanted children.
the first name I ever told somebody I wanted to name a child um, what was the name? Chloe. And
Oh,
the next
God.
week, my aunt was like, "Hey, I just stole your name. That was a cool name, so I named my new snake Chloe."
I mean,
was like,
that's kind of shitty,
okay.
but also that's fine. I mean, two people
No,
can
I
be
know it
named
was pretty
Chloe. It's
funny. I was like,
perfectly
whatever.
okay.
Yeah.
All right,
I didn't
guys. Well,
actually
let's
care.
jump into the upcoming games now.
Yes.
I'm going to start out this list, and actually, I have two of these games on this list. Two from the
Okay.
same developer, because this developer is, as I've said so many fucking times.
Obsidian?
Yep. I love
Are
this
they the
developer.
sequels of two different games?
Yeah, of course they are.
Yep.
But like literally, it's one of my favorite developers of all time. I love them so much. I've played all of their fucking
Yes.
games. Every single one I am in love with. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. They are awesome, and their owner sounds awesome. Like, we talked about this in the Baldur's Gate episode. He really wanted to make Baldur's Gate 3 too, and
Yeah.
he let the guy from Sweden, I
Lorien.
cannot remember his name. What is it?
Lorien Studios, but
Yeah,
Larian
Lauren, but I
Studios,
can't remember the guy. They were close
I can't
friends, and he's
remember
like,
it.
you know what? You take the reins on this one. I can see
Fuck
that
yeah.
you are very passionate, and that takes a fucking special kind of person to say, I don't want to make millions of dollars.
It does. You're right. I mean, you have to kind of definitely be able to make that sacrifice, and also, I mean, you have to know that you trust the person that you're giving it to.
Exactly, and that's the big thing. You
Yeah.
trust them without a doubt. So that's
Yeah.
why Obsidian is one of my favorite companies. And I'm going to
Fair.
start my thing off here with Grounded 2.
Yes, one of my big
Grounded-
excitements.
Yeah,
as well.
like, was that on your list too?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
It comes pre-release of the the
In
early
like a
release
couple
comes
days,
out
right?
the 27th. So it,
Yeah.
the
I
day
thought
we're
it was the
recording
25th.
this, I think. Oh, maybe.
It might be the
can't remember.
25th. I think I just looked
27th.
this up because I was really excited. I thought it was already out, and then it wasn't. I was really pissed
No.
off.
Yeah, so it's coming out very soon. By the time this podcast comes out, it will be out. So
Yeah.
we'll already be playing this, but we're both extremely excited for this. We're only getting a portion of the map.
Yeah, which
on
is
the-
fine. I mean, it's a
yes.
pre-release. It makes sense, and you don't have to pay for it. It'll be free. So
Yes.
that's like Obsidian is one of the coolest companies in the world. If they want to take their time making a game, they can fucking take their time.
Is there any upgrades or any new things that you've seen so far that you're the most excited for?
So with this game and with the original game was such an ingenious fucking idea. I don't
Yes, it
think
was.
anyone has really done this kind of game before. There are games where
No.
you go mini. I remember playing DK and you play as Tiny and she can go mini, and like there's games where you can do this, but there's no game that really explores the world of just such a small microcosm of what we just step on every day. Like, and it's so
Hey.
beautiful to see that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
There was a
fucking
mosquito game
gorgeous.
back in the PS2 area where you play as a mosquito and you have to draw blood from people.
But then that takes into the larger than life aspect of a smaller creature. You want to see how the smaller creatures are interacting with their own environment, not how they interact with us.
That's also true. Yeah. Fair.
So, like, there's so many things I'm excited for. I'm excited for the new builds. I'm excited for the new equipment. I'm excited for the fact that you can ride other insects now, but I believe it's limited to 2 right now, but I bet they'll expand on that.
Yeah, I think it was 1 or 2 at the beginning, and then they're going to add another one in like 3 months.
Yeah, and I bet they're going to have more of a stat building because Obsidian is like a role-playing, like, loving game. They love role-playing games. So I guarantee they will put some more role-playing aspects into this game.
Well, one of my favorite new features is going to be the new Omni tool. There's going to be one tool for everything, for your shovel, for your pickaxe, and for your your axe.
Well, it's kind of like Omni tools
axe.
from Mass Effect, from BioShock or BioWare. The guy from Obsidian is best friends with the original guy who made BioWare.
Oh, nice.
And if BioWare is a giant piece of shit, the original guy left, so don't worry, it's not his fault.
Fair. But
that's all EA.
I'm also stupid excited for this game. I think it's going to be
so
absolutely
cool.
incredible. I'm just waiting for that. I've already pre-installed the game, honestly.
Yep, me too. I went to install it because I thought it was out, and then no, it's not. I still have to finish the first one though. We are on the last.
You still haven't
thing.
finished it yet?
We're just on the last thing. We're just building stuff now and just having fun.
Fair.
We defeated director Schmechter.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Yeah.
I think his name was Schmechter. We were working on upgrading weapons and such to beat the infected broodmother.
Oh, fuck.
And then after
the fight's so hard, dude.
Yeah, after we beat the infected broodmother, we are probably going to go and do the last thing, the embiggening thing. We already built an entire base around all the cables.
Yes, you need to, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That last battle is epic as fuck.
Yeah. But
Eh,
we haven't started it yet just because we want to beat the infected broodmother first.
I definitely overbuilt for when we fortified our base because
Yeah.
that's the kind of person I am. But I was glad that I did because most of it got destroyed.
Yeah. Okay. Good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
We put up a shit ton of mushroom barriers, so we're ready for this.
Oh, that's what I did too. I did mushroom and ash walls
Yeah.
over everything, and I had turrets and stuff. I had everything. Dude, that was so
Nice.
crazy. But I was like, but also once I got the wands all the way leveled up and all my build towards my wands were
Yeah.
the most damaging thing I could do in the game. So
Yeah. I actually am running a dagger build right now, which is a lot of
oh,
fun.
nice.
Yeah, I'm able to like I essentially can kill every boss with just my dagger. By
Jen's really good at
myself.
getting up in front of a lot of the things. I'm usually the distance person, so I'm supporting her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
all the I can block really well, so
I was talking to my wife about the game last time we were all together, and I was saying that me and her were actually really similar. You and Jen were more similar because I'm more of the building while she goes and kills everything and grabs all the supplies, and then I build
Yep.
everything. And then I was like, God damn it, that's so
it's
funny.
just
though.
how it is. All
But
right.
yeah.
What's your game? What do you got for me? What's your upcoming one?
Yeah, I guess I'll wait to talk about the other one from Obsidian, and I will go with one that I just found out about is fully actually real and coming out. And I think it's coming out next year, not this year, but it is TMNT: The Last Ronin.
Oh, nice. So they're gonna go through the Last Ronin storyline?
Yes,
Dude, that's
they
fucking sweet. That
are.
storyline is so cool. Guys, if you have
Trailer.
not read the comics, they are a world of different from the TV shows. And they are
Yes.
so much fucking darker.
Yes, it is extremely dark. You can tell already from the trailer of the game. I saw IGN released it or whatever. It is super dark, and I think they're having Leo possibly be the last Ronin.
Oh,
But
that's lame.
it seemed like it was Leo, but I know like the
It
actual
better
storyline was like
be
Mikey.
it's Michelangelo. It better be
Yeah.
Michelangelo, man, because that was the thing that really sold that comic for me. It's like this fun-loving turtle who normally is the like life of the party is completely fucking darkened by everything that's happening. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's what made it even more like heartbreaking because you know what Mikey used to be like.
The trailer starts with him like basically like wounded, crying, having all of his brother's weapons laid out in front of him, and or like all the turtles' weapons laid out in front of him, and then he grabs Leo's broken sword and almost starts to commit seppuku, but then like
Yeah.
sees a rat and starts hearing Shredder's voice, and then stops himself from committing seppuku. And I'm like, oh my god, dude! Like this is all right. You're getting
That's
the tone
sweet.
right, and
Yeah.
I think if I remember right, I heard the rumor that I think the people who did God of War are doing it.
Oh, nice.
So I
So
think they're gonna hit that
it'll be a good
combat,
game,
and
right?
yeah, I was like,
You'll get
it's
those
gonna get
upgrades and everything from like
yeah. I was like, please,
God of War Valhalla. Was that the other latest one?
Ragnarok,
Ragnarok.
yeah, yeah. So I'm
All
really
right.
excited for that one. That one sounds really sweet. I'm hoping that one actually looks as good as it does so far.
All right. Well, I'll jump right in with the other Obsidian game then.
Yes.
Did you put this one on your list too?
Outer Worlds 2. Hell yeah.
Oh, you did? You never played the first one, did you?
I did. I didn't beat it, but I played
Okay.
probably about 50-60% of the game.
Okay, yeah. One of my favorite games that come out in the last like 10 years was Outer Worlds. Such a fun game. You did play it because we talked about the how cool it was that you didn't have to romance people in the game, but you could hook people up with other people.
And my favorite was hooking up that lesbian character in your crew. Like that was such a cute date.
Her name starts with a P. God, what was it? I can't remember. I think it starts with a P, but she's so cool.
Like
the mechanic
Pariah or
character,
something like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's
she like it was such a cool game. Honestly, Obsidian did a great job making like a spacefaring game. I will say I played through it twice. The first time I was really upset because I fucked up and I had to kill everyone in the city that I was in. Which means I couldn't complete certain quests, which means like I failed a bunch of quests and then I was all pissed off and I'm like, I'm not playing this fucking game ever again.
Yeah.
And then I restarted from the beginning and I understood like, okay, well now I get what I have to do and I need to start doing it this way because I am such a dummy. I wasn't doing it this way.
That's fair.
And I bought all the DLCs and everything too. I love that game, so it was so fucking cool, and the DLCs were sweet too. Like
need to finish
everything
it.
about the game was awesome. You should, and you should play the
Yeah.
DLCs because they are actually a lot of fun.
Nice. All right, I will. I'm definitely excited the most for this new system they're coming out with in the game, though. This new faults and quirk system or whatever that they
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, no, they had that
my
before.
God. But this one is like way hypersensitive
More
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like last, you could like drink 2 alcohol things, and then suddenly your fault is you're an alcoholic. So
Yeah. But I love like this one adapts to your gameplay. So if you're a stealthy person, you're always crouching, then it's gonna have a, defect that goes on you that is like it's called I can't remember what it's called, but it's like you make a loud sound when you uncrouch afterwards
that's
because
funny.
you crouch for so much that it ends up doing that. Or
Like
there's an effect.
your knees crack or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And it makes a loud noise alerting more people. So that's a defect that goes on you because of your play style. So that's one of the things that I really love is it's a game that's going to adapt to the way you play the game and add defects and stuff to what you do based on how
Uh,
you play. That's such a unique and an inventive system. Yeah.
Honestly, yes. And like the entire first game was so good, I can't imagine they're gonna fuck this one up.
Oh no, it looks incredible so far. I'm super stoked for it. Even not completing the first one, I'm like, just with this new system, I'm like, I want to play everything. I want to get.
It's
every
crazy too.
weird,
I
stupid
believe it's a
thing.
AA game. I don't think it's a
I
AAA
think
game.
so. Yeah.
Like,
Again,
again,
these
it's
AA
like
studios.
they do so much better than the AAAs, guys.
They don't have as much writing on it, so they can swing bigger.
Yeah. The character's name is Parvati.
Parvati. Yes. Yes.
Parvati.
Parvati.
I think. I don't know how to say it, but yes.
But yes. All right. All right. But yeah. I'm also really excited for that one. I guess I will go to my next favorite. Or this one's a more quirky game because I like my weird, stupid games that make no sense kind of games.
Yeah, we know. We've heard.
Yeah. One that's been catching my eye that I can't stop thinking about is this new game called Baby Step.
Oh, nice. I don't know what that is, but are you a baby?
No,
in the
so
game? Because it sounds like it is.
you're actually like a 24-year-old like man with like a full beard and like a beer
Okay.
gut. But like I don't know what the story is or anything, but it seems like you don't know why you're there and you kind of just have to like walk and figure out the story. And it's like a walking simulator because you have to like you control your legs in a unique way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those like weird games where you have to like fumble with how to walk and you have to like walk up mountains and shit. So it's one of those like stupid or super challenging games that are really like clickbaity games for YouTubers and stuff a lot. But it just looks really ridiculous and the graphics for it are actually like pretty darn good and it looks like it's going to be kind of pseudo realistic in a weird way and it just seems weirdly like something I want to play. I don't know why, but I do.
Okay. Well, I wondered if you had heard of this game before. You definitely know what game they made, but I don't know
Okay.
if you've heard of the game. Guardians of the Wild Sky.
No, I don't know this
Dude,
game.
this game looks fucking sweet. It's
Oh,
like an
really?
exploratory building game where you're exploring like a continent that has all of these like floating islands.
Okay.
And you have a ship that you're building on that you're using as your transportation to the islands that you're doing. It's a survival game, like kind of like Minecraft, where you're looking for
Okay.
resources and everything too. It just looks like a cool game, and
Nice.
you'll never guess who the fucking publisher of this game is.
Mojang. No.
No, not even close. I don't think. So,
I don't know.
so they made a game that we played on the previous podcast as a hint, and it was a Halloween game.
Yeah. Halloween game.
One of the games we
Slender?
played for. Yep. The same company. It's Blue Isle Studios.
Oh, okay.
They're
Interesting.
making this game, and they're not like, people gave them a lot of shit for Slender the Arrival, and I didn't love Slender the Arrival, but I didn't hate it. It was still
it's
like jump
fun,
scary.
dude. It's one of those dumb fun games. I honestly still like that more than Five Nights at Freddy's.
You know what's funny is that people gave it so much shit because it cost $20. And now
Yeah,
look
but
where we're at.
I know.
Right?
This $80 game's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. So that was, and it was such an interesting thing with that game, but then they came out with another game, and I don't remember what it was, but they like kind of saved face on the second game, and now they're coming
Okay.
out with this, and it looks fucking sweet. I would recommend
Okay.
you guys look it up. It's on Steam, I think, and it's like a building game. You get a ship, you get like cannons and shit. You get to explore floating islands. It's really
Okay.
fucking cool. I'm really
Nice.
excited for this. It kind of reminds me a lot of Skies of Arcadia.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Interesting.
you might have like pets or something you fight with too. I'm not 100% sure. The trailer looked kind of weird when I was watching it, but it looks fucking sweet. I'm actually super excited for this game to come out.
Nice.
What you got for me next?
Right. Next for me, I've got a game that I'm really
game?
excited for. It's by the Humble Games game.
I
Uh,
definitely know what the name of the game is. It is a
Sorry, I was
game.
pulling up
I
information
am
on it.
I am
I was
definitely
stalling.
super
Yeah, I
into
was
it. It is
ready.
a game of coolness and excitement game.
Yes,
All right. Well,
exactly.
actually, I've changed it. It is a movie.
Okay,
that
so
is
Billy
coming-
Bust Up. Billy Bust Up is the name of the game.
Billy Bust Up.
Billy Bust Up.
It kind of sounds like that game we played, that the fighter, like the 2D scroller
the
fighting game.
Midnight
You know what I'm
Fight
talking?
Express or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah. Kind of like just the name kind of sounds like it has that kind of attitude.
Fair. It's not necessarily along that same lines. It is a 3D platforming musical.
Okay, I'm looking at a picture of the characters right now, and I am not impressed.
If you watch the video of one of the quote boss battles, it is so much fun. It's like platforming while dodging to a song, kind of like remember in Rayman Legends those like music levels
Yeah.
where you had to go across the map. It
Yes.
kind of feels like that,
Where they
but the
only had one
game.
good song, and it was the first one.
But it feels like an entire game of that. But it seems like all the characters are really cartoony and fun, and they're ridiculous,
Okay.
and their songs seem really cool and inventive. It just seems like one of those like really weird games, kind of like Lost in Random, that just has such a unique funk and style to that I really
Yeah.
think I'm gonna vibe with.
Okay. I like it.
Okay,
You know, it's a game I have to get back into that's reminding me of the funk and style.
What's that?
Pacific Drive.
Ooh, yeah. I
That
need to get
game
back
was
in
so
that
much
too.
fun. Yeah, I want to actually
Yeah.
go in and beat it, but I stopped playing it because I was playing other games.
Fair.
Now I'm on a Baldur's Gate kick because I wanted to try a ranger build, and holy shit, is it OP.
I've been I've been playing a couple of games. I just started actually the new fucking RoboCop Unfinished Business standalone DLC just came out.
Oh, nice.
So I bought that and started playing it today.
Sounds like that's the next thing I want to play because I loved RoboCop.
Dude, I've started it. It's pretty great so far. It does kind of reset you back. You have this same kind of level up system as you did, and it kind of resets back to the
That's
beginning.
fine.
But
It's been so long since I played. It's probably good that I get reacquainted with the game.
yeah, honestly, it's pretty good, and it seems like it's set up like the movie Dread. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Yes. Well, I mean, Judge Dredd, I know, and I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's just a playoff Judge Dredd.
Yes, exactly.
know
Dread and Judge
Sylvester
Dredd are the same.
Stallone.
I've watched both of them. They're both good.
The only one
in their
that's
own
good
ways.
is the Sylvester Stallone one, okay?
I like the new one, the Carl Urban one. It's fun.
Of course you do.
But the way the story starts out is the precinct just gets attacked, and RoboCop comes in, and the Sarge is just barely alive, and he says that Omni Tower has a bunch of mercenaries that came and shot up the precinct and killed all these cops. You go there, the tower is locked down. All these civilians come out with guns. You have to make your way to the top to kill all the mercenaries. I'm like, oh my god, it's Judge Dredd. That's
Oh, I thought
RoboCop.
it sounds more like Die Hard.
Same difference.
Oh, yeah, it's literally it's every 80s action movie.
Tower climbing.
Yeah.
One man army. Whatever you
Now
want
I
to
know
call
what
it.
a TV dinner feels like.
Exactly. But I've been having fun with it so far. It's hitting all the same spikes. I've had a couple of performance things where the frame rate crashes a little bit because
Well, I mean, you had that
it's
in the
pretty
regular
beefy.
game, though, if I remember right,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just wanted to bring that up. But yeah, you have any other upcoming games?
Yep, this is my last one, and this one's actually kind of exciting, but also kind of sad. I
Ooh, what's
don't
that?
know how I'm going to feel. I love the DLC for it, for the first game. It was so fucking good. and they didn't have the guy in that one. So
Okay.
I'm really hoping that somehow this is going to work even without Justin Roiland. But High on Life 2.
Oh yes,
That's
I
coming out in
actually
quarter
yes.
4, I believe. And I'm super excited because I loved High on Life 1. I did
Agree.
fucking absolutely love that game.
Agree. Yes.
But I'm nervous that they're gonna the humor in that game is all written by Roiland, and without him, they might lose a lot of their funniness.
That's true, and it's hard to
But
say because I haven't even watched Rick and Morty anymore. Like, I haven't watched the newer seasons just because I stopped watching the show in general, not because of Roiland or anything. But
yeah. I mean, the newer seasons, there's no Justin Roiland. It's 2 guys playing Rick and Morty now.
no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and
I
it's
have
still
nothing even.
it feels the same. Dan Harmon was doing all the writing anyway, so
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but honestly, the DLC did really fucking good. It's really tiny is the problem. Like, if it wasn't
Yeah.
so tiny, if it was bigger, then I'd say, yeah, they're going to do a great job. But they
Yeah.
can do a really good job in tiny doses without Roiland. I wonder how they're going to do in a full game, you know?
I hope they have more shitty movies. I want another Hidden Theater with another movie in it because
Yeah.
honestly, that was one of the reasons I got
The
into
T-Rex
shitty
movie.
movies.
What was the T-Rex movie?
Well, there was oh god, Tammy and the T-Rex.
Tammy and the T-Rex. Yep.
It's actually got Paul Walker and Denise Richards.
Yeah, Paul Walker's in it. That's right.
Yes, it's one of Paul Walker and Denise Richards' first movies. It's fucking hilarious. It's so bad. It's so terrible.
I wonder if Paul Walker was alive. I wonder if he'd look back and say, "I regret doing that," or "That was probably a good idea."
He'd probably be happy with it because it got him to where he was.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I think he should be. I think we should all be happy about where we start. So,
well, and honestly, sometimes some of those projects for a friend are honestly sometimes more fun. Like, even though the movie's shit, they were more fun to do or more fun to film.
Yeah, fair.
So it could have been one of those kind of situations.
I agree with you. I really hope they go on that Mystery Science Theater 3000 trip again. They just
because
have
they did that. They had the Hidden Theater where they actually played a Mystery Science Theater with the movie Demon Wind. You actually could watch the entirety of the movie, and if you did, you got an achievement even for we paid to have the licensing to have this movie in here or something like that. It was ridiculous.
God. I mean, they paid $4. Come on,
I
licensing
mean,
cannot be that expensive for that.
Well, and it's a movie that both Mystery Science Theater and Riff Tracks have both ripped apart too. And I own the actual copy of it and the Mystery Science Theater version of it.
Nice.
I own every.
I love Mystery Science Theater 3000. That was the coolest shit. Now it's garbage. They try to put Felicia Day in it. They try to put Patton Oswalt, and they put that other guy.
No, those are pretty decent.
No, they're not
weren't
as good as the original
They weren't
guy.
as good as the originals, but
the original guy is just so fucking funny. It's hard to compete.
The greatest thing is if you go to Riff Tracks, a lot of the original or the best of the Crow mics and all that from Mystery Science Theater, they 3 of those main guys have all actually gone on and done their spin-off thing, Riff Tracks.
Yeah.
For the last, it's actually, they just hit their 19-year anniversary. I just bought a bunch of stuff from them.
They're funny fucking dudes, so why not?
Well, dude, they actually have this, they have their own streaming service on their website. It's $7 a month for access to half of their library of all their riffs. So I've been watching a new one almost every fucking night. That's
nice. So that's cool. But yeah, High on Life 2, super excited. I'm really hoping it comes out and does a good job.
Same. All right, I have one last one as well. This one is one that I've heard of a couple times. I thought it was actually canceled, but I heard it actually is still coming out. So I'm really excited for it. Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra.
Interesting. Okay.
It actually has...
Is it a Captain America game, or are they going to include some of the other heroes around that time?
It's Captain America and Black Panther, but I think it's Black Panther's dad, T'Chaka.
Okay, but no Wolverine, no...
Not from what they've shown. They've only shown Cap and Black Panther so far.
Interesting, because Wolverine was definitely there. He's got whole storylines in World War II.
Yeah, he's got whole storylines fighting in the war, but I don't know necessarily if they cross paths necessarily.
Yeah, they did. Remember, there was a whole thing, and I'm trying to remember why it happened. So originally, when Cap got frozen, it was intentionally, not by accident, like the movies sell it as.
Okay,
and it was because his body was degrading, and Wolverine was the one who actually convinced him to freeze so he wouldn't die. So,
but I mean, they haven't showed anything with that, and Wolverine's getting his own game coming out.
All right.
Insomniac's doing a Wolverine game.
I'm kind of tired of the Wolverine games, but it's fine.
We haven't had a Wolverine game in a while. The last
And
good
the
Wolverine game was Liza P. Overture DLC.
well, I mean, they had a cool dude. I still we've talked about this before. What was that game? Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Dude, that
Yeah.
game fucking the best when it came to creating these like X-Men and
Well, there's the
And,
X-Men Legends too. Those are pretty
X-Men
decent
Legends is
games.
really good too because I think that followed
Yeah.
the story of Apocalypse, right? If I remember right.
Yes. I
Been a
think the
while
second
since,
one was
but like
Apocalypse.
all of those games were so fucking good. Like they did a great job, and
Mhm.
now we get these shit single like action games. I really hope they do justice with Rise of Hydra. I have my doubts because they keep fucking them up.
Yeah, I mean, there's been an occasional game here and there that does some things right, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's not
It
been like
needs
an
to be
X-Men game. It's been a lot of times like Marvel games that have X-Men characters in them. Like
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals does the X-Men characters really well. I think Marvel, the turn-based Marvel game, I can't remember what that was called. That one was really good and it did some X-Men characters really well as well. But yeah, they haven't had a good X-Men game since what, 2001?
Probably. No, 2005, I think. But yeah, I mean, I think you're right, and I'm hoping this works out. And I kind of wish it was a double A game. I'm sure it's a triple A, but I wish it was a double A.
Yeah, I can't remember who's doing it, but it looks really great from everything I've seen so far. The cutscenes and everything look great in it, so I'm excited to see what's coming from it. I also just heard that Spider-Man 3 was announced and Venom's getting his own game, so haven't heard anything about those, but I'm stupid excited for both of those. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, why don't we jump right into our next little hot take? We're going to be talking about cutscenes and how we feel about them.
Yes.
So, for the most part, I don't really play games for cutscenes. I'm going to be honest.
Are you a
I do
cutscene
not.
skipper?
Yeah, not a skipper. I will watch it the first time I play a game, and then after that, I do not give a shit.
That's fair. I am that way with most games, especially like speedrunning a second playthrough or something. Unless I like really love that certain cutscene for a certain reason.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like, I can think of a select few cutscenes where I'm actually like, this is fucking sweet. And the only one that really comes to mind ever when I think of cool cutscenes is the Mass Effect one in the first Mass Effect when all the ships are battling. Because I just love
Okay.
those giant open fields. Like, if you show me a giant battle that's happening, I will likely watch the cutscene because I think it's sweet to watch it. Like, it's pretty fucking cool.
That's
The only other
fair.
ones I can think of, like Project Sylphid, I love the cutscenes in that one because they would show like an entire planet getting decimated by just a giant fucking weapon from space, and like those are really sweet cutscenes. And when you like the other one I can think of, remember what was that game we played, the Sega game, the one we
Are you
really
talking about
liked.
the planet destroying one kind of one?
No, the
Or
one where you're like a soldier with the experimental armor and
Vanquish.
Vanquish, yes. And
Yes.
the beginning part of that, like, it's not that interesting, but the fact that they show an entire fucking city, San Francisco, I think it was, getting just completely annihilated.
Yeah, that was a
God,
great
it
opening.
was so fucking cool. Like, that shit is
Yeah.
cool, and it doesn't last too long. But then you get these like Final Fantasy cutscenes. They're like, we have to tell a whole story in 30 minutes to do a cutscene here because you need a lot of backstory to understand what's happening.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong, there's times and places for some of those, and some of those are fantastic. And if you
Yeah.
are all in those games, then I know that those are something you absolutely love. There's something they're beautiful production values and everything. There's something that I can always be like, I can appreciate everything that went into it. Might not always be for me, especially because of the way I play games sometimes. And a lot of times I'm like, I want to play just for a little, like an hour. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, I didn't know I was going to spend 15 minutes walking and then a 30-minute cutscene, and now I'm
Yeah.
not really playing at all. Like, that's kind of
But
a bummer.
Well, and you think about other games like Baldur's Gate, right? Like I said, I'm on a big Baldur's Gate kick, and they don't have cutscenes really in that game. They do and they don't. They always lead up to conversations, and you have choices in the conversation, so it's not so like boring to watch. Like you are actually interested because you are making choices as you are essentially part of the cutscene,
True.
which is a much better way to do it, in my opinion.
True. I do have one Baldur's 3 cutscene that I wrote down as the one that was a standout for me, though.
Go for it.
It
Let's
was
hear it.
Asterian's ending the cycle cutscene. Like, if you
Yeah.
take him to the vampire tomes or whatever, and you have him actually end the cycle and not ascend,
Yeah.
that cutscene is pretty wild, and the emotion and stuff that he gets into and the depth, like that character goes through when he actually like kills him and then is like crying that he didn't take the power, but also like crying because he's finally free. And I'm like, dude, it's pretty powerful. It's crazy.
And that's so true. Like, there's some cutscenes that are really good, but for the most part, and like that again, that's a cutscene where you spend maybe what 45 seconds, 2 minutes watching the cutscene, and then you are a part of the cutscene again. Like, I really enjoy that aspect of cutscenes. I just fucking hate it when I have to sit there, stop everything I'm doing, all the momentum I gain playing the game, just to watch someone do something.
Yeah. There's some games that also really build up really well to them. Like I think one of like the best like intro cutscene buildups ever, it's actually in BioShock. Like when you first like you crash land, you swim out to the island, and then you get into the elevator, and that first like intro cutscene as you see Rapture, that welcome to Rapture, and then you like start going through and you're seeing how beautiful this place is, but then it quickly goes from beautiful to horrifying.
But remember, that's also an interactive cutscene. You can move
I know.
around during
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
that is the thing. Like, that seems to be the magic trick. Make it an interactive cutscene. Make it so people can do things while they're admiring the beauty.
And a lot of people bring up it's not necessarily a cutscene, but even like the giraffe scenes and stuff like that in Last of Us. Like when you're able to pet the giraffe and you go into like a mini cutscene of petting the giraffe, and I was like, you want that. You want to watch that. You want to see that. You went up
Like,
for it for that reason.
You're making that choice. And in games like for the new Final Fantasy and games like Persona 5, like, you are just forced into fucking insane storylines. You know, even in we played another game. What was the jumping game?
Jumping game.
Catherine, I think it was called.
Oh yeah. The one where you're climbing
Catherine
up
is
the
yeah. So that
the dream world.
95% of that game is cutscenes. And that game is really good when you're actually doing things. Like, it's actually a lot of fun, but so many
passive is crazy, yeah.
Yeah, but even just being in the bar and like hanging out with people and talking with them and like and learning shit, that's a lot of cool things too. But then you get fucking stuck on doing goddamn cutscenes for half an hour, and you're like, God damn, can we stop? I want the story, but can you make it like intuitive enough so I'm getting the story while I'm playing? Like, is that possible?
Yeah. One of the cutscenes that I think recently did kind of interactive, but also kept it short in a way, but like they kind of broke up cutscenes throughout the game was Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 did this really amazing thing where they actually have this 4-part musical explaining the entire story of both Alan Wake games.
Okay.
It's 9.5 minutes in total, but you watch it in 4 parts throughout the game, and you actually like interact with the beginning and the end of the scenes, and you like walk into these like sets and stuff, and then it's live action with the bands, with the band Old Gods of Asgard. They're back for the game.
Nice.
And they do the song called Herald of Darkness. And this song was so good and won so many awards, and this cutscene actually won a bunch of awards, I think. And they even performed the cutscene live at the music awards. Like, this is peak of cutscene cinema, and it's such an epic song, and it's so cool. And if you're interested in the story, like, it really does go over like everything in these 9.5 minutes. It's crazy how well they do this in a kick-ass song with a weird vibed musical, but it's so awesome. Like, the main character comes out and he's like, here to, it's like a talk show, and he's like, I'm here to introduce Alan Wake and the Old Gods of Asgard performing Herald of Darkness, or as I like to call it, the story of Alan Wake, the musical.
So stupid.
It's so good, though. It really is. Like, the second game, I haven't finished it yet, but been really enjoying all the depth and craziness it goes into that builds on the first one.
Okay. All right. I like it. I mean, for the most part, like, there are some fun, like, things in cutscenes that you can watch. When you think about, like, Donkey Kong 64 and the opening scene where they're just doing the rap, you know, it's kind of fun just to sit and watch it for a couple minutes. Like, and you have that choice to. You don't have to, but it's fun to do. And I think they did that one right.
Oh yeah, I love a lot of games that have like idle cutscenes and stuff, like when you're on menus and go into those kind of thing. I like to think those are even underrated a lot of times. I think even like Banjo-Kazooie had that where like the band would start playing and stuff like that in the house, and you see all this like adventure, and then like just walk around their everyday life and you're like, what in the world?
It'd be funny if you pause the game and like suddenly Banjo or someone, whoever your character is, goes back to their house and opens their fridge, realizes they don't have any milk. They're like, fuck. And they go to the
Yeah.
grocery store and they like do all the normal shit. And then when you
Yeah.
unpause, they have to rush back to where they were and they're out of breath or something. That would be fun.
That would be funny. Other things though, like we were talking about, like short cutscenes being really impactful. Like you think
Yeah.
about Far Cry 3 with Voss, his definition of an insanity speeches. Those are all pretty short. They're all a couple minutes each time, like less than 5 minutes every time he captures you, and it's annoying every time he captures you, and it kind of does take you out a little bit because that game's so action packed most of the time that taking you out for even 5 minutes feels like a lot. But those precious like 5 minutes, those few times really encapsulated the character. Like he's almost like the Hannibal Lecter of the video game world. Like he got so little screen time and everyone's like, Voss is the best fucking villain.
He's number one.
Which I mean, I
It's
agree.
not even
he's
the main bad guy in the
fantastic.
fucking game.
No, I know, and that's the funniest thing. Hoyt is, which who
God,
the fuck even remembers Hoyt?
I remember Hoyt because you had to go and kill him while you gambling, I think, if I remember right.
I think so, yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, like some really get those cutscenes down right in those short amount of times.
Yeah. And you'll see that, and that's great. But honestly, I like cutscenes, I really do, and some of them are really fun. When I play Skies of Arcadia, they do have long cutscenes in that, but it's exposition. It's explaining story
Mhm.
motifs and everything like that. And they're not you spend a good amount of time in the open world before you get a 5 or 10 minute cutscene.
Yeah.
Which I think that's the balance too. You have to like really balance, when are you putting these cutscenes in the game and what's the attitude around them? Are you giving players time to like explore before they have to do a cutscene? Because if you're not, you're doing it wrong, I feel like.
I think the one game that balances that the best, and honestly probably has arguably the best cutscenes of any video game ever, Diablo 3 and Diablo 4. Say what you want about those games, I think they balance. Fuck you, they're awesome. At least
know a
3
lot of
3 is
people like those
incredible. I
games.
still really
I
enjoyed
played
4
3. I
too.
liked it. I mean, I enjoyed it. It just wasn't my thing. It's not my favorite.
No, it's fair. It's not a lot of people saying it. I get why. It's a grindy fuck. It's such a mess. It's so difficult. It's got a lot of things, but like that's the thing though. You'll play like 6 hours of the game and then you'll watch the most beautiful 15 to 20 minute cutscene ever that gives the most great story. And like one of my favorite cutscenes, especially in 4, and it's even got over 13 million views on YouTube alone, just this one scene of it, is the Anarius army versus Lilith army.
Yeah.
And Anarius thinks he'll go back into heaven if he starts to get things right and take out Lilith and her army, and leads this like religious army. And it's just this epic battle of humans and demons. And then he like flies out there with these giant wings and goes up to Lilith, and she ends up like basically like letting him stab her and then be like, you think God's gonna listen to you? You think the heavens are gonna let you in? No. And then takes out the blade and stabs him back with the one that she just had in her. And it's like, Jesus Christ. But it's like, it's seriously, it's some of the most beautiful animation. I would watch an entire movie or TV series filmed in this style. I don't know how they do the cutscenes the way they do, because it's unmatched in my opinion to most. It's ridiculous how beautiful they are, but I think that one is just incredible.
Yeah, and like I said, you get a lot of gameplay before that cutscene happens, and I think that's the important thing too. You have to feel accomplished before you get a 30-minute cutscene, because if you don't, then you're just bored.
Yeah, I mean, like there's games like that Quantum Break game that came out that after every mission there's a half-hour TV show, because it's it's both a TV show and a video game, and it's actually a full-length TV show too.
But how long are the missions?
The missions, if I remember right, like hour, 2 hours maybe.
Okay, well, so maybe that's okay, but that means like if you spend 2 hours, 1/4 of that mission is going to be just the next 30 minutes of your life watching a fucking TV show.
Yes, and
it's too much.
I think there's like a full like 6 or 8 episodes in this game.
Yeah,
through the story, and it's like an interesting story. But there was times where I'm like, I want to play the game. I don't want to sit watch the episode right now. And don't get me wrong, some of the episodes were great, but other episodes I was like, I'd rather be playing. Why am I here? I don't want to be here. Like,
well, and it's funny, like Mass Effect will do, and a lot of BioWare games do this, to be honest. They do the like sex scenes for their romances, like Mass Effect I think
Andromeda?
1 through 3.
Or
Yeah, Andromeda's the one where you get to see tits, but 1 through 3 you do not
oh,
get to see anything. You just see the bra,
boo.
right?
I
And
mean, now they
like
need to
same with
see tits.
I think Dragon Age is similar. I think the first two
Okay.
you well actually in the first one you technically see like boobs, but it's
Okay.
part of a horrifying
It's slowly becoming a
monstrosity
more and more
monster.
normal thing in a lot of
Yeah,
video
and it's
games
like
now.
it does nothing for me. It's not like, yeah, I want
Yeah.
to see those two. Like it's a fucking fake character. I don't give a shit either way.
Yeah, I'm not going to my computer screen wanting to see that necessarily.
Yeah, but you'll get like cutscenes like that where like they're supposed to invoke almost a horny response from the guys, and I think like that's maybe to get their YouTube channel up or maybe to get their game up to that
Maybe.
point because they usually put that near the end of the game too, which is an interesting thing. So if you were really into seeing one of the characters' boobs, you'd have to wait all the way till the end of the game to do it, right?
You have to get to the last part of the romance options. You have to
Yeah.
fill up the romance bar all the way.
Yeah. So like, and I wonder if that's a strategy of theirs. These
I don't
horny
know.
guys are gonna want to see tits, so let's just throw them at the end of the game, and then they'll play our game all the way through. you
And
know?
then Larian's like, "You want to fuck a bear? You can fuck a bear. You want
We'll
to fuck in the
fuck a
first 4 minutes? You can fuck in the first 4 minutes."
You can. Lae'zel, I think, offers
You
like within
can.
the
Yep.
first like 5 minutes of the game.
It's.
God,
I'm
it's
like,
just
whoa, Jesus.
like,
All right.
and I get the attitude of these cutscenes too. Like, I understand it's a cutscene to show a naked person to invoke a more emotional response from people because like. When are we at our most vulnerable with our partners? Probably during
Yeah.
sex, right? Like
Yeah.
that's just it's what
Well,
it is. We're naked. We're in a state of passion. Like, and I get what they're doing with those cutscenes, and I understand it. They're not always super necessary, is what I'm saying.
they're not all super necessary, but some of them are really great. Like I gotta say, the Gale sex scenes alone, dude. Like I don't think I had sex with Gale until my third playthrough, but he does this thing with magic where he makes it all illusionary, where you're
Yeah.
like these godly beings in space that are the size
Oh
of
my
planet
God.
having sex, and then all of a sudden he makes it so like 8 of him are around you, like all touching you and fucking you in different ways, and it's like, what
Okay,
the fuck
interesting.
kind of wizardry bullshit? Like he's like, I'm gonna give you ever pleasure you've never ever thought you'd even have. And it's like,
Yeah, I mean,
all
like I
right.
said, I think there is, and there's a sort of satisfaction because you did build these characters up in a certain way, and you're like, well, then we can talk about how they have sex too, because these characters are gonna, their
Yeah.
emotions outside of the sex probably will bleed into sex, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, like one of the funniest things I find about the game is you can actually have a threesome in the game with Will, no, with Will, with Gale and Halson, but
I'm
you
surprised
have
it's not
to,
Asterion.
tell them both about it and get them both to agree to it.
Okay.
And if
I mean, why
if you're open about it,
if
then
Gale is
they
willing
will.
to make 8 of him, I'm sure he's willing to have a threesome. You know what I mean? Like,
Right? But he
if
even
he's
said
not,
like
he's a fucking hypocrite.
he even said like he would only do it for like with someone he absolutely loved and something like that. Like
Oh, that's
he
weird.
even had more like depth to it. Like it was such a weird thing, but it was kind of funny. Or I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember like Halson being like, "Well, if he knows about it and he's okay with it, then I'm down."
Okay. Well, I mean, Halson's about nature, and nature they do that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I think
Alright.
other times, like I wanted to bring up one other thing with it. Like sometimes boss entrances have
Yeah.
like
Oh my
cutscenes,
God. A lot
and
of
like
big
some of
ones.
them, especially in like Souls likes, they're really beautiful. They're great ways to introduce the characters. But also some of them are unskippable or have unskippable parts of them that are like
Yeah.
30 seconds, 40 seconds long. In a game where you have to sometimes you're going to stall a player at that boss fight for 50 tries.
Yeah.
It's really annoying to have forced
Really.
cutscenes.
I can't remember. I just played a game where they did that, where I just kept dying at this boss, and I'm like, and of course I have to watch this fucking cutscene again, and I watch it 40 fucking times, and I'm super getting pissed off, and I'm about to
Yep.
put the game down and never fucking touch it again. Like,
And it
like
doesn't matter if the cutscene is 10 seconds or a minute. Like you were
Yeah.
equally as pissed off for having to wait that over and over and
yeah,
over and
because
over and
I
over
mean,
again.
if you do have to fight it 50 times, it's 50 minutes. if it's a
Yeah.
minute long. If it's 10 seconds long, I don't know. I'm not going to do math. 500
Well, and if
seconds.
it's a Souls-like game, it could be a 10-minute long fight that you do 50 times, and you don't want to
Yeah.
pause for a minute in between each time.
Yeah, exactly. You just want to get right back into the fight.
Exactly.
God, I do not remember which game that was, but there was a game where that happened to me recently, and I was just like so fucking livid about it. I wish I could remember, but it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think they need to make all cutscenes skippable,
All
no
cutscenes
matter what
should
it
be
is.
skippable, but I think all of them need to have like not an easily skippable. Like I don't want to accidentally skip it by just like pressing A. Like I want to
Yeah.
like.
Well,
have it
usually
be a
it's
whole-
hold.
Like if you want a hold down button, this is where you have a hold down button. Don't make me
Yeah.
hold down to pick up ammo. Make me hold down to skip a cutscene, but make every
one of the
cutscene skippable.
One of the things that you should know though with games, especially after the Lost and Random research, we know that they do things to buffer rendering times.
I know.
And I bet some of the cutscenes are for buffering rendering times of a giant boss like that.
Oh, and I'm sure, and I know there's reasons for it, and I'm not downplaying them, and I know like some of them are super necessary, and a lot
Yeah.
of them, like every one of them, has a ton of work going into them. I don't want to downplay anyone's love of any cutscenes.
For sure.
There's just times where it really takes you out of the game, and other times where I'm like, this is the most brilliant, amazing thing ever.
Yeah, this should definitely be in here no matter what, you know.
Like
yeah.
the boss introductions of every Shadow of the Colossus creature. I love every one of those. Those need to be in there. Those are amazing. They're epic. They show the scale like no other. Like it's incredible. But like some of these other ones, like we were saying in boss fights, like in Dark Souls, where I'm like, I don't want to watch. Like I was playing Sun Wukong, Black Myth Wukong, the new Sun Wukong game, and there's a boss fight that's a mandatory boss fight to progress, and I'm stuck at that right now. And it's got two different animation sequences that you can't skip. You can skip other parts of the cutscene, but it's got like two things you can skip and two things you can't. And I've fought this like 60 times, and I'm so tired of watching that animation. And I stopped playing the game for a while. Honestly, I haven't
I'll do
touched it
that
in like
too.
2 months
I
because
will
I'm just
absolutely
like,
do that
I just
too.
need to take a break because I'm way too frustrated. Like I can't keep watching this. I can't keep doing this. Like fuck
Sounds like you're
this.
about to cry. All right, guys. Well, I believe that's all I have on cutscenes. You have anything else?
No,
Okay.
I think that's good.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching or listening to another Soul of a Gamer episode. Remember, every Monday, 9 o'clock? No, 8 o'clock in the
Well, we
morning,
were
I
doing
believe.
10 o'clock, I think. for a
Whatever
while.
time it is in the fucking
But I've been
morning.
doing
You
like
will
3
find it.
p.m. It's going to be on Monday. Monday at some day during Monday. You just check Tuesday,
Yes.
it'll be there.
Yeah. So just double check. You'll see us. Reach out to soulofagamerpodcast@gmail.com. Tell us your thoughts. We asked a question today. Could not tell you what it was, but it was something. Oh, yeah. Do Sylveon and Vaporeon suck, or are they great? Because honestly, I think they suck.
And we don't need the goon answers. We just want...
We just want your real opinions.
The real opinions
so reach
on the
out.
actual
I'm sure that's
characters.
going to be one of our TikToks, honestly. So you could
Probably.
definitely comment
make
on
it.
there as well. So thanks for watching, guys, or thanks for listening. And we will catch you next week with
Love
whatever
ya.
we're doing.
Another game of some sort.
Another game, whatever
Oh,
that might
Tony
be.
Hawk, Pro Skater 3 and 4.
Oh, yeah,
Anyway.
that's right.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
See you later.
Love you. Bye.